Hello, welcome to the Shaman Energy card readings for January 2025, and just clearing the energetic air for this month of new readings. Some people have been asking about shamanism and also indirectly about Reiki. Just to start off with, shamanism is a very ancient belief system. They found remains of shaman and cave paintings going back hundreds of thousands of years. There are famous cave paintings in France, and there's also been burials uncovered in Europe and in the Middle East. And I will provide some links or some comments to that in the show notes. But shamanism covers a lot of different cultures, mostly indigenous Ainu and Japanese Shinto, and it is an important part of Eskimo, Native American, and Celtic cultures. In Korea, shamanism is considered a folk religion that is distinct from Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. In Tibet, shamanism was eventually replaced by Buddhism in the 9th and 10th centuries, but it came into Tibet in the 7th and 8th centuries, and prior to that, there were basically two types of shaman. A white shaman who dealt with and communicated with beneficial spirits, and black shaman who, as you probably guessed, communicated with negative, evil, and dark spirits. So if you wanted to have your crops and your livestock be well, grow well, and be productive, you would ask for a ceremony from a white shaman. If you, on the other hand, wanted to do something malicious and evil for a neighbor, you would go to a black shaman to cast a spell. And you've got the yin and the yang in that. When Buddhism came into Tibet in the 7th and 8th centuries and eventually became the dominant religion in the 9th and 10th centuries, the Buddhists, as you probably recognize, have saffron robes, and from those saffron robes came yellow shaman. When the Buddhists came into Tibet, they brought reading, writing, study, a monastic lifestyle. They built monasteries and worked with the local population, which brought them into connection with shaman. Shaman who adopted Buddhist teachings as well as continuing to practice shamanism became yellow shaman, and they would use Buddhist terminology, and even wear Buddhist clothing in the as they ministered to their tribes or their villages. Black shaman would not yield to this type of activity or change, and they were persecuted, and that's where we get white, yellow, and black shaman. The reason for bringing this up is that the founder of Reiki, Dr. Usui, studied in Tibet in various monasteries. He learned Sanskrit, and he would read the original Buddhist manuscripts, and from that we get Reiki, which he introduced into Japan in the late 19th century, and then after World War II, many characteristics of Japanese culture became part of modern Western culture, and that's where Reiki comes into play. And there are many different types of Reiki, and I follow the Usui Shaiki Ryo Tibetan Reiki, and of course Tibet, shamans, Buddhism, white shamans, black shamans, yellow shamans. That is where I get my connection, and that is what I'm attuned to. It is ultimately a form of Tibetan shamanism. So let's get on and look at the card readings for the first month of January 2025, and the first week is going to be... Hello and welcome to the Shaman Energy card reading for February, the week starting February the 18th, 2025. And I have shuffled the cards. But what I want to do is take one from the middle of the deck. And we have Trickster Challenge. Just to recap, these cards are by Barbara Mickle-John Free, Flavia Kate Peters. And this is a Shamanic Medicine Oracle card deck. Tricksters and Challenge. There's a big smile on that trickster's face as he gyrates in his colourful, contrasting clothing against a fairly straightforward background, except for here we have the figure 8 symbol denoting infinity. Trickster. I'm cautioning the collective about people and places which may not be as they seem. Not necessarily malicious, like someone is trying to deceive you and steal from you or take something from you, but you do need to look at the challenges that are coming to you and to see whether or not there are tricks and acts, people acting in a way that may be deceitful to you, in the sense of they're not taking from you, but they're not providing you with the information that you need. So, if you are taking your car in for a service, then you want to know why certain services are being recommended, which are going to cost you money, because there might be a trick in that. The usual thing that we always hear about: unnecessary work being completed on cars, and if the mechanic or the dealership is not challenged, they will go ahead and bill you for work that you didn't really need done to make your car work. These are the small things. What else can I think of? Oh yes, sales in stores, which are not true sales. They're older products from last year which are being recirculated as sale items, but it was just the fact that the store was not able to sell them last year, so they're trying to sell them this year at a slight markdown. All these kind of trickster challenges which may be coming to you. And once again, for the third week in the row, we have Shaman Contemplation. We've had it 3 weeks in a row. You need to sit back and think. Maybe instead of watching TV, turn the TV off and just close your eyes, put your head back and think. And contemplate. Contemplate whatever is meaningful to you. People, places, things, pets, the weather outside, the plants that you want to have grow in your garden, which need to be put out on the shelf in their plant pots now, so that you can transport them to the garden when it's nice and warm out. There's a lot of contemplation that is required here about your life and things in your life, and that is probably the most important thing: the things that are in your life and how you're working with them, how you're responding to them. It's very interesting that the contemplation card has come out 3 times in consecutive weeks, and bear in mind that the shaman is focusing on here, like the bird, the drum, rhythm, music, spiritual shapes and designs, and their clothing. Do you need to make changes to your clothing? Are there things that you need to get rid of because they're no longer representing to the world how you want to be seen? Perhaps that is the most important aspect of this card. So have a good week. Bye. That's a great card reading for the day. Have a great day. Take care. Bye for now.